Hi everyone, my name is Swagat. Today we are discussing about the concept is mutually exclusive events, independent events and conditional probability. Okay, we are going to this concept. This concept includes the definition and declaration of mutual exclusive events, example of mutual exclusive event, definition and declaration of independent event, and example of independent event, and definition and derivation of conditional probability, and problem for about this concept. We are going to the next concept. The first one concept is the mutual exclusive event. What you mean by mutual exclusive event is the two events are said to be a mutually exclusive if cannot occur simultaneously at the same time, because the two events are cannot occur same time. Okay, we can consider an example. The two event A and B are two events in a sample space S is said to be mutually exclusive. Okay, because the coin, the we taken a coin, it tossed into a up, it result occurred at the time. Only one event occur at the same time. It cannot occur two event at the same time. It cannot only one occur at the same time at the time. This event called mutually exclusive event. The mutually exclusive event, then A intersection B is equal to pi, then probability of A intersection B is equal to 0. This is the addition theorem. Probability of A intersection B is equal to 0 is addition theorem. It is reduced to probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. These are the addition theorem of the probability. A of intersection B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. The example is the coin tossed, it occur only at the time. This is the mutually exclusive event. Okay, the next one is the mutually independent event. What do you mean by mutually independent event? Okay, we see that definition. Two or more events are said to be mutually independent in the happening of one event does not prevent happening of the other. Okay, we can go on. Two events are said to be mutually independent if one event does not compare to the other. Okay, we are taken an example. It clearly observed the two coins. In this example, we taken a two coins. The one coin is tossed into the up. It result is head. The another coin is turned into the toss. It can be head. The two event occurred in simultaneously independent. Okay, this is the mutually independent event. The two coins independently occurred in head and head. This is the mutually independent event. Okay, we are going to the next topic, the conditional probability. What do you mean by conditional probability? The conditional probability is let A and B are the two events in a sample space S. It is finding the probability of occurrence of A when probability of event B is already occurred. Okay, in this conditional probability, the B event is already occurred. We can only find the event A. Okay, in such a representation of conditional probability is the probability of A divided by B is equal to A intersection B divided by B. It can be reduced in A intersection B is equal to B into probability of A divided by B. This we can consider this is equation 1. We can since the probability of A intersection B is equal to then A intersection B divided by sample space S is equal to B probability of A divided by B divided by sample space S. Again, it can be reduced into the formula like probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of B into probability of A divided by B. This is the conditional probability equation. Okay, we are going to we can identify clearly in this concept. We can going to the problem. In this problem, we can first importantly clearly we can identify the note 1 addition theorem probability. Addition theorem probability formula is probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is the formula for addition theorem in the probability. Okay, it can important formula. And in a note 2, if A and B are independent event in the probability, like P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B. This is the independent event formula. The note 1 is addition theorem probability formula. The note 2 is independent event formula. We can clearly identify this formula. We are going to the problems. The problem 1, a box contains 3 white and 5 black and 6 red balls. Okay, if ball is dropped at the random, what is the probability of the either red or white? In a question, we taken 3 white ball, 5 black balls and 6 red balls. We can identify only either red or white balls. In a solution, the sample space S. Sample space S means the total number of balls in this problem. In this way, drawing the balls is 14 balls. Totally 14 balls in this problem. 3 plus 5 plus 6 is 14. The sample space total is 14 C1 is equal to 14. Total ball is 14. We can consider red ball. We can easily identify the red ball in E1. I can declare red ball is E1. Okay, in this probability of E1 is equal to probability of E1 divided by sample spaces. E1 means red ball. Sample space is total red balls. Okay, red ball is 6 red balls. 6 C1 divided by 14. It is the sample space. Total red balls. Okay, this is the E1 value. We can go into the next. The white ball. White ball is let E2. We can identify the white ball in E2. The probability of E2 is equal to E2 divided by sample spaces. E2 means white ball and S is sample space. Total number of balls. The 3 C1 divided by 14 C1. The 3 means the total white ball is 3. For 14 means the sample space. Total ball is 14. This 3 divided by 14. In addition theorem, P of E1 union E2 is equal to formula is P of E1 plus P of E2. We can addition of white balls and red balls. Okay, the E1 means the P of E1 value is 6 by 14 plus addition of the E2 value is 3 by 14. 6 by 14 plus 3 by 14 is equal to 9 by 14. This is the answer for this problem. You can clearly identify this solution. We are going to the another type of problem is second one problem is a bookshelf contains 20 books, of which is 12 are electronic books and 8 are mathematical books, and 3 books are taken at random. In these books are taken at random in 3 books. Find the probability of the 3 are same subject. We can find the probability 3 are same subject. Okay, the total books is 20. The sample space, it identify the total books is equal to 20 C. Okay, the in all the subject we can take only 3 books in randomly. The total 20 book and randomly taken in 3 books. Okay, we can first identify electronic books. We can identify the electronic books in E1. The E1 event that out of 12 electronic books, the 3 books are randomly drawn into the vase, then 12 C3. Okay, the formula P of E1 is equal to probability of E1 divided by sample space. Okay, sample space total 12 C3 divided by 20 C3 is equal to, we can in this formula appeared in the probability permutation. The formula means n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. This is the formula for the applied in this way. P of E1. Okay, n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. The answer in this formula applied to this step, the answer will come from 11 divided by 57. Okay, the another one is the mathematical books. We can find mathematical books. Let E2 be the event that out of the 8 mathematical books and 3 books are randomly. In this is also randomly 3 books are drawn into this way. Okay, in this formula, probability of E2 is equal to probability of E2 divided by sample space. The occurred in the mathematical books are 8 and 3 books are randomly dropped. 8 C3 and 20 C3 is equal to, in this formula is also applied in probability permutation, then n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. This formula applied and calculated these books is equal to, the answer will come from 14 divided by 285. This is also come. This next, since event are mutual exclusive, in this problem we can find mutual exclusive. The formula is addition of these two functions. Okay, p of e1 plus p of e2. The p of e1 answer will be occurred electronic books, then 11 divided by 57. The p of e2 value is 14 divided by 285. This will be cleared, then the cross multiply of these two. Okay, in this this step, then cross multiply, then 11 into 285 and 14 into 57. This upper side in a denominator 57 into 285. This cross multiply applied, we can calculating in calculator, it can total answer is come from 69 divided by 285. The cross multiply and find the answer is 69 and 69 divided by 285. Okay, this is the clear answer. The mutual exclusive answer is the second problem, 16 divided by 285. Okay, we are going to the another type of problem. The third one problem is, if A and B are two events with a P of A is equal to 1 divided by 2, P of B is equal to 1 divided by 3 and P of A intersection B is equal to 1 divided by 4, the answer will already exist. We can find only P of A divided by B, P of B divided by A, P of A bar by B bar, P of B bar by A bar and P of B bar. In this solution already contain P of A is equal to 1 divided by 2, P of B is equal to 1 divided by 3 and P of A intersection B is equal to 1 divided by 4. Also answer already given, we can find only this applied formula, P of A divided by B. The P of A divided by B is equal to the formula P of A intersection B divided by P of B. Already given answer, P of A intersection B value is 1 divided by 4 and P of B value is 1 divided by 3. It can applied, then answer is 3 divided by 4. Another one is, we can find in P of B divided by A. This B divided by A formula is P of A intersection B, P of A is equal to, the P of A intersection B value is 1 divided by 4, P of A value is 1 divided by 2. It can apply, the 2 ones are 2, 2 2s are 4. The answer will 1 divided by 2. This is also solved. Then the another one is P of A bar by B bar is equal to, this formula is extended in P of A bar intersection B bar divided by P of B bar is equal to P of A intersection B whole bar divided by P of B bar. It can be reduced into a 1 minus P into A union B divided by 1 minus P of B. It can be reduced into union, then we can find 1 minus P. Okay, in this also final formula it can be reduced 1 minus P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B divided by 1 minus P of B. It is the final formula for P of A bar by B bar. It can be reduced the formula and applied the values. The values are already given. 1 minus P of A value is 1 divided by 2, P of B value is 1 divided by 3 and P of A intersection B value is 1 divided by 4 divided by whole divided by 1 minus P of B value is 1 divided by 3. It can also be our values are applied this formula and we calculating in calculator, it can be answer will come from 5 divided by 8. The total answer is 5 divided by 8. Another fourth one problem is, then P of B bar divided by A bar. This is also a problem. Then it can reduce into a P of A bar intersection B bar divided by P of A bar is equal to P of A union B whole bar divided by P of A bar is equal to, it can be reduced into a 1 minus P into A union bar divided by 1 minus P of A. It can be reduced into the formula. The final formula is 1 minus P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B divided by 1 minus P of A. That above given values are taken into the formula. 1 minus P of A value is 1 divided by 2 plus P of B value is 1 divided by 3 minus P of A intersection B value is 1 divided by 4 and all divided by 1 minus P of A value is 1 divided by 2. The values are applied for this formula and we are calculating, and final answer is come from 5 divided by 6. This is the answer for P of B bar by A bar. The another last one sub problem is the P of A divided by B bar. It can be formula P of A intersection B bar divided by P of B bar is equal to, it can be reduced in P of A minus B divided by P of B bar. It can also finally instead the formula is P of A minus P of A intersection B and all divided by 1 minus P of B. It can be applied the values for this equation. Then P of A value is 1 divided by 2 minus P of A intersection B value is 1 divided by 4. Then this is the final all divided by 1 minus P of B. All 1 minus 1 divided by. This is the final answer for P of A divided by 3. These problems are easily solved in this topic. Okay, this final. Okay. Thank you.